Well, very good morning, guys. Last day, we have just a second. Okay. Subhash, joined from today. Yeah, these are the completed classes. Vash, you can go through the videos. Okay. Last day, we just been discussing about. We have just been discussing about like what are the differences between ASP.NET Web Forms and ASP.NET MVC. So earlier we used to have ASP.NET Web Forms, and later the ASP.NET Web Forms were replaced with ASP.NET MVC. So difference between Web Forms and MVC, we just been gone through it. Okay. So today, as we planned up, let's just try to understand about the history of ASP.NET. Sorry, MVC. The history of MVC. So there, for you also, these are the missing class videos. So there, whoever joined newly in the session, whoever joined newly in the session from today, these are the videos. See, any class completed video you get only after 2 days. So yesterday's video you'll get tomorrow, not today. You'll take 2 days to get the video. Meanwhile, you can watch the appropriate videos. Okay. So today we'll just talk about the history of MVC, how exactly MVC came into the market. See, MVC actually today we are just using for building. We are using this for building what? Web applications. We are using this for building the web applications. For building the web applications, we are just using it. But actually, guys, as I said to you in the first session, it was not designed for developing the web applications. It was not designed for developing the web applications. What I mean is, in the 70s, okay, so day 4 video is posted by Mr. Suresh. I think who given you, Suresh? I think it was sent in the mail. Okay. So these are the 4 videos, guys. The 4 completed session videos. Okay. So if at all you just look into the history of MVC, if you look into the history of MVC, actually, MVC, it was traditionally developed for desktop GUI applications. It was traditionally developed for desktop GUI applications. And later, this architecture became popular for designing the web applications. So the initial design is for developing what? Desktop applications. The initial design is for developing the desktop applications. But later on, this became popular. Later on, this became popular for building web applications. So initially, they did not think about web applications while designing that. What they thought is about designing the desktop GUI application, graphical user interfaces. So afterwards, it just became popular for building the web applications. And today, even by using this, we build the mobile applications also. Web applications and mobile applications. There are many popular programming languages. There are many popular programming languages like Java. Okay, like Java, .NET, Ruby, PHP, Python, JavaScript, and other have their own MVC framework. They have their own MVC framework. So the point I'm trying to tell you is the first class I said you, MVC is not a product of Microsoft. It is just going to be open source, means it was available. It was just designed open in generally, and later on, many programming languages have launched their own version of the MVC framework. Many programming languages have launched their own version of the MVC framework. MVC framework. Okay. There are so many different MVC frameworks that are available in the market, launched by different programming languages. Are you clear? So MVC is a architecture, that's all. Based on this MVC architecture, every programming language, most of the programming languages have launched their own MVC framework. Are you clear? Okay. So what are those MVC frameworks? I'll just tell you. But meanwhile, if at all you just have a look on this. Yeah, guys, these are the various MVC frameworks that are available in the market. These are the various MVC frameworks that are available in the market. Look, first one. Already explained you these things to you. Java has its own MVC framework. What is the name? Spring and Struts. There are two MVC frameworks in Java, Spring and Struts. PHP, Cake PHP, CodeIgniter, Gen framework, and Laravel. And Perl has its own MVC framework called as Catalyst and Dancer. Python has its own MVC framework called as a Django, Flask, and Grok. Ruby has its own MVC framework called Ruby on Rails Nitro. JavaScript has its own MVC framework called JavaScript Spine. And .NET has its own MVC framework, .NET MVC, ASP.NET MVC, and ASP.NET Core. So the point to remember here is, actually every language has its own MVC framework in the market. So it is not going to be specifically a product of Microsoft. It is not going to be specifically a product of Microsoft. It is not going to be specific for Microsoft. All programming languages have launched this MVC framework in the industry. All programming languages have launched the MVC framework in the industry. Okay, these are the various MVC frameworks that are available for us in the market. Fine. Now see, if at all you go through it, basically what happened is, see, yeah, look at this. No, ASP.NET is also not a language. ASP.NET is also a framework. .NET is a framework for building various kinds of applications. Under that, ASP.NET is a framework for building web applications. Okay, so look at this, guys. Trygve Ranskog is a person who has introduced MVC basically. The person who designed MVC architecture is Trygve Ranskog. Okay, in which MVC, actually it was first designed into the Smalltalk 76 systems. The Smalltalk 76 systems while he was working at Xerox Alto Research Center. In the 70s it happened when this particular person was working for Xerox Alto systems. He has designed the MVC basically for Smalltalk systems. Just like say, Smalltalk systems are today outdated, but today just like we have Windows systems, IBM systems. Earlier in the 70s, these small talk systems are very popular. In the 70s and 80s, the small talk systems are very, very popular actually. Okay. So when the small talk systems are very popular, at that time, Tiger Ranskog has designed this MVC for small talk 76. What small talk 76 are? Just like we say Windows 11, Windows 10. There you have small talk 76 at that point of time. In which year? 1970. Later on in 80s, few people added to it. Few people are added to it. Jim Altoff and others added to that, and they implemented the first version of MVC. They implemented the first version of MVC, and that came into picture in small talk 80s. Means he proposed it. He has started designing in small talk 70s, but the first version came in small talk 80s. In the small talk 80s. MVC pattern has subsequently evolved, giving rise to variants such as HMVC, called as hierarchical model view controller, model view adapter, model view presenter, model view view model, and others that adopted MVC to different contexts. Because MVC is a root, guys. Based on that, so many children are there. Based on that, so many children are there. What are those? HMVC, MVA, MVP, MVVM, all these are designed based on MVC only. Everything is designed based on MVC. Although originally developed for desktop computing, MVC has been widely adopted as the architecture for web applications in major programming languages. Are you clear? Okay, already said you. Although it is designed for developing what? Desktop. MVC has been widely adopted as architecture for web applications in major programming languages. And several MVC web frameworks have been designed that enforce the MVC pattern, which are listed already for you above. Okay. So initial design is not for web development, guys. Put that in the mind. Initial development is only for desktop development. The initial development has been done for the desktop. Later on, it became popular for the web development. I hope you clear. Yes or not? Okay, that is the history. So every programming language, as I said to you, every programming language has its own MVC framework. Mostly, not every. Most of the programming languages have their own MVC framework in the market. And Microsoft also has its own MVC framework. And Microsoft's MVC framework is called as ASP.NET MVC. And the second one, ASP.NET MVC Core. The first one is ASP.NET MVC and the second one is ASP.NET MVC Core. These are the various MVC frameworks that are introduced for us in the market. Okay. And don't forget, the person who designed it is Tiger Ranskog. Okay. He has designed you the MVC basically in the 70s. In the 70s, when he was working for Xerox Palo Alto Research Center. Okay, fine. Now we are not bothered about the other MVC architectures here. Other things, but mainly our focus is on what? The root MVC. There are some children, I said you. Under the root, there are so many children like HMVC, MVA, model view adapter, MVP, model view presenter, MVVM, model view, view model. All these are just being derived. All these are derived from the MVC only. Everything is derived from the MVC. So root is MVC. Under that, all these are like children. Okay now? Next. See. Differences. We talked in the previous class about the differences, guys. They are the differences. They are the list of the differences what we have between web forms and MVC. They're all what we learned in the previous class. Fine. Next. The next thing is, listen, guys. The page life cycle, as I said, I'm not explaining about this right now. I will explain about these particular things in the middle of your classes. Okay, because you need to understand a lot of things here. You need to understand this is the life cycle. You need to understand what is a routing, what is an MVC handler, controller. I given an overview of it, but you don't know what is routing. You don't know what is MVC handler. You don't know what is a view engine. Lots of things has to be explained here. So that's why I'm telling you. I will explain you about the life cycle. I'll explain you about the life cycle, not now, but in the middle of the classes, I'll be explaining you. Santosh, I think you are only facing this problem. Disconnect and connect again. Disconnect and connect again. Okay, fine. The next thing, what all these things, just I'm skipping it right now, guys. I'm not talking about them. We'll discuss about them in great detail in the middle of the classes about all the things. And talking about the versions here, yeah, talking about the versions of MVC, talking about the versions of MVC. These are the various versions of the MVC actually. They are the various versions of the MVC, when it started, when it has been started, and how it has been launched. And these are the various versions what we just have. So started from MVC 1.0, and the last version is MVC 5, guys. MVC 5. Under MVC 5, the last one is 5.2.7. 5.2.7 is the last version. Okay. Later on, what they done? MVC was replaced with MVC core. MVC was replaced with the MVC core. In MVC core, I already said you 2016. Core came into picture in 2016. When core came, then only MVC core also was introduced. Okay, started with 1.0, and right now the latest version is 6.4. 6.4, guys. 6. Okay, MVC 6 is what we are learning right now in the latest. Are you clear? Okay, so remember this one. We are learning two versions, I said here. What is it? MVC 5. MVC 5 with .NET framework. MVC 5 with .NET framework. Second thing, MVC Core 6. MVC Core 6 with .NET Core. Are you clearer or not? Okay, the first thing what we learn is MVC 5 with .NET framework. And the second thing what we'll be learning is MVC Core 6. MVC Core 6 with .NET Core. Both the two things we'll be learning. Are you clear? One thing here, if you know MVC 5, you know MVC Core also. Additional features are there. We talk about the particular additional features in great detail in our classes. Okay. But once you understand MVC 5, you're also familiar with MVC 6 also. Okay, now. Fine, well and good. So these are the various versions here. I just listed up each and every minor major versions. Finally, it is MVC 6, the latest what we just have. Okay. Actually, one thing I just want to tell you. Basically, here I was listing you, when I was listing you about these versions, I was just telling you about like RC, like you see RC, preview, RC1, like this, beta. Are you clear? So what are all these things means? Generally, when a software is being launched in the market, whenever a software is launched in the market, it goes to various phases here. It goes to various phases. The first phase of a software is called as pre-alpha phase. When they launch the software in the market, first they call it as a pre-alpha phase. Afterwards, alpha. Next, beta. Next one is called RC. RC, release candidate. Next, RTM, release to manufacturing. ZA, general availability. And the last one is gold. The last one is going to be gold. So there is a production of life. Means when gold versions are launched, then only to go to the production. Then only to go to the production. Are you clear? Okay, so these are the different phases in a software life cycle. Okay, it'll be a little bit new to you right now, but going forward. Which one? Python next class, I think. So if at all you just go through it, tomorrow when you start working in the industry, okay, a company wants to launch a software in the market. It's not like directly launching off in the market. They'll go with the different phases, and these are the various phases what we just first phase called is pre-alpha phase, alpha phase, beta. Beta you must be hearing about it. Software comes in beta version. Beta version means just a trial version, but before beta they have alpha. Okay. Then we come with the RC, release candidate. Release candidate means from here you can start developing your applications. You can start testing process. Means general, we can start testing. RTM means it is ready for building the applications. It is ready for building the application. General availability means that comes into the market and all the people can start using it. And finally, we have the gold release. Gold release means it's live now. Gold release means it is going to be live in the industry and you can just start building up, launching the products in the market. You can just launch the products in the market. That is called as A. Gold or Akka both same only, na? Products not live release. You called as Akka version or the gold. Both are same. Or is that asked the question? Are you clear? Both are same here. You call it as an Akka version or a gold version. Both are same only. Okay, guys. So now let's just look into the first thing. What is that? ASP.NET MVC5. The ASP.NET MVC5. Actually, as I said for you, ASP.NET MVC5. So point you require to remember is ASP.NET MVC was launched with the .NET framework in the year 2008. 2008. So 2002 what came? Web forms. 2002 what came is web forms. 2008 what came is MVC. 2008 what came is MVC. Okay, again 2016 we have MVC core. 2016 we have MVC core. Actually the history of web development from Microsoft started in 96, guys. 96. They first launched ASP. Active Server Pages. ASP. In the year 96. At that time .NET is not there. Then we don't have .NET at all in the market. So it happened in the year 1996. What they launched first is ASP for building the web applications using a language called VB script. Using a language called as VB script. But later in 2002, ASP was changed to ASP.NET. ASP was changed to ASP.NET. In the .NET. In .NET they changed it to ASP.NET. And there you were using a language. What language? C# and VB.NET. C#, VB.NET, these languages. And under that only, in 2008 again they came out with MVC. MVC. Okay. And finally again in 2016 they changed it to ASP.NET Core. ASP.NET Core. Okay. Just I'll list you the history like see. First 1996 what came? ASP. And what is the language they used, you know? VBScript or JScript. 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 Actually, Microsoft designed this JScript as a competitor for JavaScript. It will be like JavaScript only. It will be like JavaScript only, but it's a Microsoft version. It is a Microsoft version called as JScript. Okay. In 2002, what we got? ASP.NET Web Forms. Languages? .NET languages. We can just use .NET languages. 2008. 2008. What do you want? Okay. Okay. 2008, what they launched this? ASP.NET, MVC. Along which language? .NET languages. .NET languages. Later, 2016, what do we have? ASP.NET Core. ASP.NET Core. We have ASP.NET Core, and here also what we just use is .NET languages. And guys, remember this one, under ASP.NET Core we have web apps, MVC Core, and also Web API Core. Except web apps, guys, will cover MVC Core as well as Web API Core also. Both the two things will be covered for you. Okay. So all the things, whatever is latest, only we'll be just discussing about it. Understood? We'll discuss all the latest versions only in this. So if all you just understand the history, the first version of MVC came when? 2008, along with the .NET framework, Okay, ASP.NET MVC was launched with the .NET framework in the year 2008, and the first version is 1.0, and the last version is the last and latest version, is MVC 5. Is that clear, all of you? MVC 5. And basically in MVC 5, we work with what? .NET framework. We work with the .NET framework. Okay. So basically, you may have a doubt here. What is the doubt? Sir, we are using .NET Core in the industry. Is it really required to learn MVC 5 with the .NET framework? Yes, it is. The reason is .NET Core was launched in the market here. When it was launched in 2016. But before that, 14 years back, .NET was in the market. Before that, 14 years, .NET framework was in the market. Microsoft has officially stopped further development in the year 2019 for .NET framework. Means until 2019, .NET framework was available in the industry. Means how many years? 17 years. There are so many applications that are built on .NET framework. All of a sudden, can we throw that applications into dustbin now? All of a sudden, can we throw that applications in the dustbin and start building applications with Core? There are so many projects. There are so many projects in the industry which are still running on .NET framework. I say 70%. 70% of the applications in the industry are still running on the .NET framework. It's a long run process here to change everyone to Core. But 70% of the applications which are built in the industry are right now in .NET framework only. It is not going to be just today, tomorrow, I cannot change off. Are we clearer or not? Today, tomorrow, we cannot change off. Can't we convert? You can convert, but it's not going to be an easy task. It's a long run process. Converting means it is just not like a one day you can just convert of the code into one to the other. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. Before they start the conversion, they require to do a lot of feasibility analysis. They require to do a lot of feasibility analysis here. It's not like one day, today morning you think, let us convert, and you cannot do it off in 1 week or 1 month. It's not. It's a long run process which may take years of time. Did you understand my point? It's a long run process which may take years of time to perform the conversions. It's not going to be such easy. Whatever you think like, we'll do it in the morning. Am I clear? And a feasibility analysis has to be done first. After converting, Is it feasible? Can the existing system run my applications? Lot of analysis, case studies, everything should be done, and then the process starts. Okay, so no company is ready to invest the money for the particular conversions immediately. Did you get my point or not? Okay, for converting this, will the developer work free of cost? You require to pay for the developer now. When the application is running perfectly, when the application is running okay, why do I think of doing it immediately now? We do. Wait, let us take time, and we do. Are you clear? So whenever there is a free time, so let us ask our developers to concentrate on that. But fully focusing on that immediately, no company is thinking of doing the conversions from MVC to MVC core, remember. Am I clear what I'm telling you? Okay, so that is the important point all of us have to remember. So there are 70% of the applications still running on .NET framework, MVC applications which are running on the .NET framework only. Am I clear? So that is the reason why knowledge on MVC 5 is very, very important for us. And at the same time, remaining 30% of the applications are being developed on code today. So we require the knowledge on code also. We require the knowledge on the code. That's why I said you same only, but they run under different runtimes now. MVC runs on .NET framework, MVC core runs on .NET core. But additional differences are there, not like 100% differences. Differences are there. That's all I'm telling you. All the differences and all we will discuss when I start with MVC core. Okay. So first understand MVC 5. You want a good idea on MVC 5. Then we'll go to MVC core, and then we'll try to analyze what are the differences. Tomorrow, what is the advantage for you? Tomorrow you're working in a company where they are MVC 5 and want to shift it to MVC core, then you should have knowledge on MVC 5 first. If at all you want to convert to MVC core now. Are you clear? So that's the reason why I said you. That's the reason why I said you. I'm just going to give a knowledge for you on both the two things. MVC core means. Ratna Kumari, I think you've done C sharp. You have done your C sharp. In the C sharp classes, I clearly explained you what is .NET framework, what is .NET core, and today you're again asking what is core. .NET framework is a Windows only version, and .NET core is cross-platform. It runs on Windows, Linux, and Mac. Okay, fine. So let's start with MVC 5 first. MVC 5 first. So first, let us just come from here. What is that? See guys, I'm showing you this on the latest version of the Visual Studio, the Visual Studio 2022, the Visual Studio 2022. Okay, suppose guys, already if you are installed Visual Studio 2022, no issues at all. If anyone has an old version of the Visual Studio on your systems, if anyone has an old version of the Visual Studio on your systems, you can install 2022 on the top of it, no worries. It doesn't take that much of space to you. Suppose, sir, I have 2019 already on my system or 2017 already on my system. Again, 2022, is it going to consume more space? Because Visual Studio, we all of us know that it will be nearly some 8 to 10 GB. Again, if you want to install Visual Studio 2022, again, that much of space, no, it won't consume. It won't consume that much space, guys. Are you getting me? You have 17 on your machine or 19 on your machine. On the top of it, install of 2022. It will not consume that much space. It will just consume only 2 to 2.5 GB space. That's all. Because already 17 is there. All libraries are available. So what it will install is only what is additionally required. It is not going to consume another 10 GB space to you. Clear? So my suggestion for all of you is, whoever have a old version of the Visual Studio, on the top of it, install 2022 Visual Studio also. Understood? Already all the new students who are learning C# right now, all of you have 2022 on your machines. Who have 2022? No worries. Less than 2022, for them I'm telling you, install on the top of it. Okay? So guys, I just listed, actually, you can just download it from the visualstudio.microsoft.com download section. visualstudio.microsoft.com and download section. And from there, when you open that, all of you, when you just open that, you'll be finding three different editions here. What are three? Community edition, professional and enterprise. So what do you download, you know? The community edition. It's a free download for students. Powerful IDE, free for students, open source contributors and individual, free basically. This also free, this is a free trial, guys. This is a free trial for 90 days. But this is completely free software. You can download it free. Yeah, even I am also using community edition also. Even I am also using the community edition also. It works perfectly. No issues with that. So it's a free download, guys. Just download it. And once you download, once you just try to download this one. Yeah, once you download and run it, I'm telling install the latest version. Again, you're telling 2019 is okay. You want the latest features, install 2022. Because MVC 6 runs on, again, when you go to core 6, it will run on 2022 only. Yeah, I'll show you. What items to load, I'll show you. There are 5 workloads what you're required to select here. I'm just showing you. Hold on, guys. Yeah. So once you once you try to download, yeah, all of you basically know the download part. You just download, it will open a window like this. It just, once you run the downloader, it opens a window like this. And these are the workloads. We call them as, we need to select the 5 workloads, guys. First one, ASP.NET and web development. Build web applications using ASP.NET Core, ASP.NET, HTML, JavaScript, and content include Docker support and all the things. So first you're required to select this workload. Second one, Azure development, Azure, because we are going to look into the concept of hosting our applications on Microsoft Azure also. Install this Azure development kit, all of you. Okay, Azure. And see, Python development, Node.js, we don't require them. We don't require all those things. Okay. Next, mobile development with .NET, desktop development. Guys, desktop development for MVC you don't require. For MVC you don't require. But generally, if you at all you wanted to build any desktop applications, GUI based applications you require. If you don't install, also no problem. Okay. So that's the third one. That is the third one. Fourth one is data storage and processing for connecting to SQL server and all. And the other one is Visual Studio extension development, which provides you all the new commands and tools for command line development. CUI, guys, for the command line development. These are the 5 workloads to select. These are the 5 workloads to select. Okay, I just, yeah, you can see the 5 things. ASP.NET web development, Azure development, .NET desktop development, data storage and processing, Visual Studio extension development. These are the workloads what you're required to select. Okay, now next one. After selecting all those things, guys, go to individual components here. Go to individual components. When you go to individual components, you will be finding a .NET option. Under that, so many checkboxes are there. Under that, so many checkboxes are there. Guys, select all these checkboxes. Select all these checkboxes except out of support checkboxes. Okay? Select all these checkboxes except out of support checkboxes. And one more thing here. Out of support, don't select. And also don't select ML.NET model builder. No need this one also. ML.NET model builder. So these are all out of support. So excluding what? Out of support and ML.NET model builder checkboxes, select all the things. Yeah. .NET 6, .NET 5, .NET Runtime 2.0. Select all the appropriate. Select all .NET Framework version checkboxes, leaving out of support checkboxes and ML.NET and ML.NET. Out of support and ML.NET, leave them. Rest of all select. Clear? Yeah. Guys, this is download. Oh, just a second. I think just a minute. Hold on, guys, just a second. Yeah, guys, for every batch, as you know that you'll be having a Google Classroom. You'll be having a Google Classroom from where the notes can be downloaded. Okay, who are new into this means so many of the people are existing students only, who are new students who are joined only for MVC. For every batch, we'll be having a Google Classroom. We'll be having a Google Classroom, and in the Google Classroom, I will be posting the complete notes. In the Google Classroom, I will be posting the complete notes. Not only the complete notes, guys, anything what is important, any documents, additional things, okay, any new icon images or something, everything I'll be posting for you on the one single location, that is a Google Classroom. And there is a Google Classroom created for your batch too. There is a Google Classroom created for your batch. And the admins will contact you. The admins will contact you. And when they contact you, just all the existing students who are joined for full stack, show your phase receipt. Full stack students, show your phase receipt. They will be added in the Google Classroom. Who joined for MVC, you just make your payments, and once you make your payments, they will be adding you into the Google Classroom. I am posting the notes in this Google Classroom, guys. MVC. Guys, just download a copy of it. Whenever I have changes, if I make any changes, I'll be putting the latest copies there. Yeah, you just have the notes copy here. So all of you, when you're downloading, just say, when you open this, when you join in the group, when you open this, you'll be finding the link here. You find the link. Click on that. Just concentrate. Click on that. Open the document. The admin is Arvind. Yeah, just now decided the admin is Arvind. I'll give the number, guys. I'll give the numbers. You can contact him. So click on that, it opens, and here you will be having a print. When you click on the print, it opens you, and you can now save it. It opens you in a new window. Now you can save it, but saves in PDF format. Saves in PDF format. Okay, so you cannot edit it. So what you do is just one more time, just watch. Open this. After opening this one, what you'll do, here, if you see the dots here, if you go there, here will show you open in new window option. Click on that open in new window option. After you find the option open in new window, here again, under the three dots here, under the three dots, you'll be finding an option for download. If you download like this, it will be downloading for you in the doc format. Are you clear? If you just use the first option, it will save for you in the PDF. If you use this, it will be saving for you in the doc format. It will be in the doc format actually. Understood or not? Okay. So like this is how you can just download it, guys. The admin is Arvind, and I'll give you the contact number of admin. It's in the notes here. The last workload, what is the last workload? It is in the notes. You can find all the things. It is Visual Studio Extension Development. As your offline students, Arvind will be available in the ground floor. He'll be available in the ground floor. You can just contact him. Okay. For online students, this is the number of Arvind, your admin. Nothing. Who have already installed Visual Studio, don't do anything. Yeah, enough. If you have 2022 Visual Studio, no need anything. Okay. Yeah, I will post it there, guys. The first 4 demo class videos also I'll post there. Eh? Yeah, I'll be posting up that also there. Hold on. Oh, this is ASP.NET. Guys, till yesterday, the completed class videos are available here. Okay. The first 4 session videos also I posted there, guys. From there, you can go through them. Okay. So introduction class videos also I posted, and also notes also I posted here. Okay. So this is how you download, guys. Just download the Visual Studio 2022. The Visual Studio 2022. Are we learning design patterns? Why we learn design patterns? Your course is MVC, not design patterns. No, the link is not going to be changed tomorrow. The link is not going to be changed tomorrow. And the 2 days, because they need to just communicate with all the people, the link won't change tomorrow. This class is MVC, guys, not design patterns. Okay? You'll not learn design patterns here. Fine. So now, so let's just see now how to create a MVC application. How you're going to create an MVC application? Guys, once you install the Visual Studio on your machines, everything is set ready. Everything is set ready. Now you can start building your applications. Okay. So watch it, guys. Open the Visual Studio, the latest version 2022. Open it. Now, all of you know this. Go for create a new project. Okay, create a new project. It opens a window. It just opens a window for creating a new project. If anyone did not use Visual Studio 2022 earlier, for you, in 19 and all, we have a different style. We just get in a different style, but in 2022, it is completely different. So this is the first, when you open the studio, this is how it opens. First, click on create a new project. After clicking on the create a new project, so it opens a create a new project window. You first choose your language. What's the language? And then choose your OS. You can choose your OS here. Okay, Windows. And the third one, choose your project template. What type of project are you planning to build? Are you planning to build a mobile application or a desktop application or something? What are we planning, guys? Web application. So select the web. When you select web, it will show you the various options to you. See, ASP.NET Core Web App. ASP.NET Core Web App. See, what did I say? Under ASP.NET Core, we have three options again: Web App, MVC, and Web API. And now we are not learning ASP.NET Core here. Just I'm showing you there, that's all. Okay, next one, Web API. This one, empty project. You can open this and you can choose whatever you want. And fourth option, don't select any of these four options. Don't select these four options at all first. Not now. This is what we are going to learn later. Scroll down. When you scroll down, you'll be finding app. ASP.NET Web Application. This is what you require to select, all of you. Understood me? ASP.NET Web Application, .NET Framework is what you require. It's a project template for creating ASP.NET application. You can create web forms, MVC, or Web API applications and add many more features in ASP.NET. Okay? So that's what. Total course schedule is 2.5 months here. The total course schedule is 2.5 months. I'll cover all these things in that. Okay. So ASP.NET Web Application, .NET Framework. Select this, click on the next button. When you click on the next button, you know this window. I don't require to tell you anything about this particular window to you. Enter your project name. I'm giving the project name as MVC Test Project 1. MVC Test Project 1. Location, what about the location is, we do one thing, guys. On my system E drive, I'm going to create a folder. I'm just going to create a folder here. So I will name the folder as MVC 7. I created a folder with the name MVC 7. And all of you, I'm just telling you, when you're creating your folders, when you're creating your project names, don't make these mistakes here. What is it? Spaces, First mistake you'll do is give spaces. Don't give spaces. Second mistake is special characters. Don't use special characters. No spaces and special characters. Is it clear? Only alphanumerics without any spaces only follow. Don't use all the spaces, special characters and all these things. Don't do that. The link is not changed here. Again the same question. Link is not changed. If it changed, I will announce you. Listen to the class first carefully. If the link is changed, I will tell you tomorrow link will be changed. Concentrate on the class, guys. You have a lot of questions. If anything is there, I will tell you. Yeah, choose MVC 7. Okay, now? And now the framework, the latest version and the last version, what I said you, .NET 4.8. In the list, you'll get the list of all the frameworks. See, starting from before 2.0 also we have 1.0 is there, 1.1 is also there, but all these are outdated. So they're giving support from which version? From 2.0 to the latest 4.8. Are you clearer or not? If you're not getting 4.8, all this in the list, what is that, you know? Individual components are not selected. Point clear. If you are not getting 4.8 in the list, means what is the meaning? Individual component, I said, you know, under .NET select all the checkboxes except out of support. You did not do that, that's all. Are you clear? So just .NET Framework 4.8 and click on the create button. Now see guys, it will open you a window here and here it will show you what empty. Blank project will come here. Empty means blank project will come. In this, you are going to add everything on your own. Everything is installed on your own now. Am I clear what I said here? What it opens is a empty means a blank project. You're required to add everything on your own now. So what you're required to do, select empty and on the other side, you need to choose now. What type of application are you building? Are you building a web forms application, MVC application, web API application? What are you building? So select the checkbox. Select this particular checkbox. Okay. It will create you the project. It will create you the project. Later on, whatever you need to install. Suppose I want to use jQuery in my project. I need to install manually. I want to use Bootstrap in my project. I need to install manually. Everything should be manually installed. If at all you go for empty and choose the MVC checkbox. Second option is directly you have MVC. What is this? If you select this, it will provide you all the things. Means by default Bootstrap is installed. By default jQuery is installed. Are you getting me? A sample controller will be given. Some sample views will be given. All the things will be straight away available to you. Okay. Let us not use MVC projects at all. Not now. We'll use, but not now. We'll use it later. First, let us understand everything manual, guys. Everything manual. Okay. What folder is required? Why is it required? What software should I install? Why should I install? All these things. Once we get a clarity on all the things, later on we'll jump start with base. By the time I come to database programming, I will be selecting what? MVC projects. But in initial days, let me go with empty project and choose a MVC checkbox. Choose the MVC checkbox. So what differences will come? I'll show you that also. Okay. So next here, you'll be finding under advanced, you'll be finding configure for HTTPS checkbox, uncheck it, uncheck all these things. How to configure HTTPS for your projects, I'll teach you. As of now, uncheck it. But if at all you want to use HTTPS as a protocol for your projects, how to use, I'll teach you. We'll talk on that concept also. But now, initially, uncheck it. Later, I will tell you how to use HTTPS. Okay, now, click on create. It will create you the project. I'll do one thing here. I'll open you one more project also. Choosing MVC directly. Then we'll just try to compare both the two things. What will be the difference between the first one and the second one? Yeah, the project is created. It opens you the project like this. And if you go to the Solution Explorer, this is your project, and it will add you all the required folders to you. See, all controllers should be under this folder. All models should be under this folder. All views should be under this folder. You open a web forms project. In web forms project, we add all the forms directly under the project only. Yes or not? But here, everything is going to be very clearly separated. This is for storing local database like XML files and the local SQL Server database and all. Abstract, this particular folder will contain some classes which will execute when the application starts execution. Exactly similar to global.asx file which executes for us when the application executes. So the same way, here for some set of classes, what should execute when the application starts will be under this folder. Like this, the organization will be very, very clear. For storing jQuery, you'll have one folder. For storing Bootstrap, you'll have one folder. Like this, you'll have separate folders maintained for each and everything. Okay, just a second. One more time, I'll create you the project now. Watch one more time. Open the studio. Click on create a new project. What did I say? Choose your language C#. Choose your OS as Windows. Choose your template as web. Come below. Select what? ASP.NET Web Application. .NET Framework. Choose that. Click on the next button. Give a name to the project. I'm going to create one more project, guys. Already I created MVC Test Project 1. Now I created MVC Test Project 2. Folder location, I already selected. Next. Framework 4.0. You all know this, na? Solution name. I don't require to give you explanation for that. Click on the create. It opens your create a new ASP.NET Web Application window. And now choose MVC now. Choose MVC now. When you choose MVC, automatically MVC checkbox is selected here. Okay now? And just uncheck all the other checkboxes and click on create button. See, if you observe the first project what I created, meanwhile, if you explore, all folders are except this abstract folder has one class, guys. It has one class. Controllers folder empty, models folder empty, views folder has a file web.config. Apart from that, mostly that empty, all are empty. But now the second project what you created is a MVC project. This is the MVC project, guys. Observe it. You have extra folders. What are the extra folders? Tell me. From the top, concentrate. What are the new extra folder? Content. What is the use of that folder? You know, we store CSS and Bootstrap files in that. We store CSS and Bootstrap files in that. The next, fonts. If your application is using any new fonts, we install this in the fonts folder. Next, steps. That is for storing your JavaScript and jQuery files. That is for storing JavaScript and jQuery files. By default, Bootstrap is already installed on your machine. Watch. No need to install Bootstrap separately. Bootstrap is already installed. Are you clear? And by default, jQuery is also installed. See that? Ready. Everything is ready-made now. So if you select this project, everything comes to you ready-made. Directly start using it. You can straight away start using them in your applications. Are you clear? But it is installing. But tomorrow, you should know now how to install. Are you getting me? Or otherwise tomorrow it was using which version of the jQuery? 3.4.1. But the latest jQuery is 3.5.1. How to update it? So many questions. So that is the reason why I said, let us go with blank projects and learn all the things manually so that later on when we open this project, we can easily work with these particular projects. Is my point clear for all of you? Yes or not? Okay, so that's what. And now the first thing where you require to start right now is understanding about each and every folder and what is the use of each and every folder. So first I'll start from there only tomorrow. I'll tell you about each folder, each file in the project. Are you clear? Each folder in the project, each file in the project, what you should write there, what should be kept into the folder. We'll discuss about all these things in detail from tomorrow. Clear, Ara? Let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow, guys. Did not get you. Docker, no. This is not .NET Core. This is .NET Framework, not .NET Core. It is .NET Framework. Yeah, guys, who want to download the studio, I put it here, see. The download link, what to choose and all. I put it there in the chat window, guys. You can copy from there. Ten key. We will create a WhatsApp group. Bootstrap and jQuery, I'll give an overview of how to use them in your code, guys. Google Classroom code won't be given by me. Arvind will contact you. Arvind will contact you. You can just get it from him. Yes. Now we are creating framework. Later we'll create core projects. The WhatsApp group will be created here only after the fees payments. Only after the fees payments, only WhatsApp groups will be created, not now. The group is created, but you're not still added in that, that's all. Prerequisite is C#, HTML, JavaScript and CSS. Nickel, C#, HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Yeah, C# is present at 8:45 now. Shabana, you attended also? 8:45. Admin is not on WhatsApp. He's on WhatsApp. Admin is on WhatsApp. Other timings we don't have. We need to start. It will take time. We'll use SQL only. Database connectivity is SQL only. Database connectivity is SQL only. Okay, guys, we'll meet tomorrow. We'll cover both, Sivanand. I will cover both, I'm telling you. .NET Framework and .NET Core also. Ratna Kumari, yeah, to come to database programming, it takes time. To come to database programming, it takes time. No worries. You started now. It will take at least a month to come there. Okay. Meanwhile, you will be finishing your SQL. Subhash, this is my WhatsApp number. You can contact me on that. No calls, please. Only messages. Okay, guys. Have a nice day. We will meet tomorrow. Any questions you have, post on my WhatsApp.